My name is Maureen Robertson. I'm the Work Health and Safety Officer for Awesome Landscapes. Today we are going to be talking about responding properly to incidents. This will include the policies and procedures including first aid, investigation and reporting in Awesome Landscape policies, work health safety requirements for incident notification, the legislation from here in Queensland, steps to follow when reporting incidents, and forms to be filled out when reporting incidents according to Awesome Landscapes policies and procedures. Awesome Landscapes mission statement is to be an awesome leader in the field of large-scale landscape developments, deliver awesome results on time and to budget, have an awesome environmental friendliness where possible using native plants selections suited to the local climate to minimise ongoing maintenance, and to have awesome working relations with all clients and subcontractors. The work health and safety policies for Awesome Landscapes. 20.1 to 20.8. They take their obligations under the Work Health and Safety Act 2011 seriously, so that we can provide a safe and healthy work environment for employees, contractors, customers and visitors. 20.2. And the Work Health and Safety Committee meets regularly. 20.3. If you become aware of any circumstances or hazards that could arise to a risk or injury or illness to any person, then you should immediately notify your supervisor and fill out a hazard report form and lodge it with your supervisor. 20.4. If there's an accident that does give rise to an injury or illness or could have resulted in an injury or illness, then it's important that all employees who are present immediately inform their supervisor and fill out a statement setting out what happened in a hazard report form. 20.5. In all workplaces activities, you are expected to comply with all work health and safety procedures and all directions given in respect to safety. 20.6. If there are restricted areas where only authorised personnel are permitted, then you are not permitted to enter those areas unless expressly authorised. 20.7. If you see any person or employee not complying with work health and safety procedures or requirements, then you must immediately report this to your supervisor. 20.8. If you see any machinery being improperly used or being used without safety guards when they're required, or observe any machinery to be damaged or defective or in need of repair, then you must report this to your supervisor as soon as possible. Awesome Landscapes have a first aid handbook, and their contents is for how to treat bleeding cuts or wounds, hands-only CPR for adults, thermal burns treatments, for all burns, for first-degree burns, for second-degree burns, for third-degree burns, and for choking treatments, and for concussion treatment. These will be given out to all new employers with the instructions and training, so you know what to do in case of a first aid incident. Now we will watch a short video on the requirements for work health and safety for incident notification.
There will also be a section under the Work Health and Safety Act that covers notifiable incidents. Now, we will have to notify WorkSafe in the event of a death in the workplace, a serious injury or illness, or if there is a dangerous incident. And the notification must be forthwith. In other words, as soon as you are aware of this, you must make contact with WorkSafe. And a bit of advice, if in doubt, give them a shout, because it would be better to call WorkSafe and find out that it wasn't really a notifiable incident, rather than leave it to a bit of luck and find out later that you very well should have called them. So what is a serious injury or illness? Effectively, we're talking about immediate treatment as an inpatient in a hospital. But we're also talking about immediate treatment for things such as an amputation of any part of your body, a serious head injury, a serious eye injury, a serious burn, a separation of your skin from an underlying tissue such as a degloving incident or a scalping, a spinal injury, loss of bodily function, serious lacerations, or medical treatment within 48 hours of exposure to a substance. That's a very comprehensive list. So what is a dangerous incident? Well, it is a very long list. But effectively, we're talking about an uncontrolled escape, spillage or leakage of a substance. We're talking about an uncontrolled explosion, implosion or fire, uncontrolled escape of gas and steam, an uncontrolled escape of a pressurised substance such as hydraulic fluids, electric shock, a fall or release from a height of any plant, substance or thing, the collapse, overturning, failure or malfunction of, or damage to, any plant that is required to be authorised for use in accordance with the regulations, a collapse or partial collapse of a structure, a collapse or failure of an excavation or any shoring supporting an excavation, an inrush of water, mud or gas in workings in an underground excavation or tunnel, an interruption of the main system of ventilation in an underground excavation or tunnel. A comprehensive list. And further to this, we have a duty to preserve these incident sites. This is wherever a notifiable incident has occurred. There are some exceptions. We can disturb the site to remove a deceased person. We can disturb the site to attend to an injured person. Effectively, we do not have to preserve the site if a police investigation takes place, or if the regulator gives us the authority to continue to work.
This video has given us a clear understanding of the steps to follow when reporting incidents and the forms which need to be filled out. The policies or the accident investigation procedure for Awesome Landscapes are as follows. The report should contain A, the location of address, B, location of site, an area within site where accident occurred, C, date and time accident occurred, D, personnel involved, E, injuries and damage sustained, F, list possible causes, do not use direct blame, G, you need to attach copies of the interviews signed by interviewees if possible, H, attach photos of site damaged injuries where possible, and I, list all persons and authority officers to whom the accident was reported. I hope that this instructional video is going to be of a great deal of help for you in the understanding of the work health and safety process within Awesome Landscapes. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you need any clarification of any issues. Thanking you, Maureen Robertson, Work Health and Safety Officer.